points are low. Sunshine is plentiful. Your hour by hour shows temperatures right now in the 70s. We'll be warming up by noon, mid 70s. We top out low 80s. A little bit of a south breeze. We do have some high cloud cover around, and I'll show you more about that coming up in a few minutes. You can see that right here, and there are a few sprinkles even across from Waco down 30 into the hill country from the system moving over. But of course, we're going to want to bring you up to date on Hurricane Matthew, because last night it got up to a Category 5 strength, 155-mile-per-hour winds. And that's the strongest hurricane now in the Atlantic in the last 9 years. Now, it's out in the Caribbean Sea. It's out in open water right now. It's not threatening land, and it won't this weekend either. But as we take a little bit look at its track, this is going to get a little tricky. Right now, it says a Category 4. And as it moves close to Jamaica, it'll probably weaken to a Category 3 hurricane. This is still a major hurricane, but most of the forecast models put it right over the eastern tip of Cuba. In fact, that's Guantanamo Bay right there. I'm putting my finger, and it looks like it's going to pass right over if it follows this track. But this isn't really until we get into Monday and Tuesday. We start talking Jamaica on Monday, and then late Monday, Cuba, and then crossing Cuba and getting into the Caribbean. Here it is by the time we get to Thursday. So it's going to take a long time after going west. When it makes its turn, it's going to really slow down. Now, there are many forecast solutions as you would expect with this model. I'm going to show you those. You can see there's several that bring it more into Cuba. Most of them bring it across the eastern tip of Cuba. Now, some of them take them out into open water. Some of them take them towards Miami. But right now, the forecast model is for something along this track, along the coast of Florida. What you're looking at is one model as far as these winds. These are hurricane force winds, and look how close they're getting to the Florida coastline as this hurricane moves across. And then it is forecast, and probably would likely, because of a trough moving in, start to make its turn out into open water, but maybe even clip the North Carolina shoreline. Again, this is just one forecast model. Look at, this is a week from now, and you can see how the variances in the model are rather extreme. So we'll keep a close watch on Matthew, especially as we get into the middle of the week of next week. Now, around here, don't worry about the weather this weekend. This is absolutely gorgeous, but how do we get here? This is Tuesday afternoon. Storm winds, damaging winds, large hail, frequent lightning. This is the storm risk for Tuesday afternoon in our western counties. Well, not today, obviously. We have great weather today, just some cloud cover moving through. This is actually a little upper level system that is just moving across. The rains will be really across the hill country from this, and it'll be light rain. The low pressure system that helping pulling this off to the east will continue to pull its way off to the east. It will not be pleasant weather for the east coast here this weekend. There goes the trough, and we'll have more sunshine tomorrow as this ridge moves over. And what that means for us is also warmer temperatures tomorrow, but that's our next storm system. It's going to be first in our western counties on Tuesday along a dry line thunderstorms Tuesday, and then Wednesday as the front approaches. This is our best chance of rain, and it falls on Wednesday, and we could have some strong thunderstorms with that as well. Temperatures will be into the upper 80s by the time we get to Monday. A little bit of a warm up, then the rain, and then finally on the other side of the storm system we'll have some cooler weather in here. It looks like it'll arrive really in place by Friday.